Welcome to Brown Skin Bombshell, where we celebrate women of color and we uplift women, and it's everything about women. So if you're ready to dig into your inner bombshell and become the best version of yourself, you're in the right place. Okay, so today's episode, I have a really, really, really special person, and she's a good friend of mine. Her name is Passion the Lioness. She is an author, she is an entrepreneur, and she's an actor, and she's a model. I can go on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Passion the Lioness.
Hey.
Welcome, girl.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Man, it's just been like forever, and I've been telling you, I got to get you on the podcast. I got to
Yep.
get you on the podcast. But, hey, I got it done now.
Yeah,
And
I'm
we're
here now.
We're here. So how have you been? How's everything?
I've been doing good.
Doing good?
Overcoming, different trials in life. But hey, God is good.
Oh,
and we here
girl.
now.
Oh, my God. He is so good. Okay. Yes, but I have been thinking about you lately, and I'm like, Passion is doing so many different things. Girl, I have watched you grow from afar, and we talk every now and then. We might not talk every day, but whenever we do get back together, it's just like we never left
Right.
off anywhere. So that's the best. That's the good thing about it. And I wanted to bring you on the show because I need people to know about Passion the Lioness. So my first question is going to be, and for my viewers, who is Passion the Lioness?
Well, passion is actually an acronym. It stands for plans and sessions set in on novels, because I write.
Mhm.
And the lioness is because I'm a Leo. Duh. Okay.
Leo. Okay. So, what made Passion the Lioness?
Well, in life, I went through a lot of things at a young age. From 8 to 12, I was raped and beaten by my stepdad. So, it left me with a lot of incompletion within myself. I had to go through a lot of things. I had to grow up early. And so at an early age, I tried to commit suicide. And I went to Trinity Springs in Fort Worth, and this guy that worked there, he was like, "You don't seem crazy. You just seem like you've been through some things." He said, "What do you like to do?" And I said, "I like to do poetry." He was like, "For real?" He was like, "Let me hear something." And that's when I said my first poem, which was called Me. I let him hear it. He was like, "Baby girl, that's good. I want you to do something with that." And I said, "Yeah, okay." He was like, "No, really, I want you to do something with that." So I looked up open mics and poetry in Fort Worth, and I found a poetry venue thing, but they started off with slam. It's like competition, and I do not like competition.
Mm-hmm.
But it gave me a adrenaline rush. So I started with the slam, but then I ended up going to open mics and meeting different artists and building relationships, and so I just loved it from there. But then when the words got too much, that's where the modeling kicked in because it made me feel beautiful again. I didn't have to say anything. I just walked in and hey, here I am.
Yes.
But then that's when things turned for the worse, and my condition, it made me feel ugly. It made me feel like I had to hide myself. So I pushed back a lot. Like I was in a deep depression, anxiety just clouded my mind. We all go through some
Girl,
things.
don't I know it? Don't I know it? Been there. Been there in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Same weather, different season.
but here I am now, and I'm trying to get into new things. This acting thing. I have a movie premiere next Saturday. It's called Bottled Lust.
Bottled
Woo,
lust.
Bottled Lust.
Sounds steamy to me.
It's a little steamy. It's a little crazy too. I like a little crazy now.
Little cray cray.
Okay, just a little bit, not too much. Well, yeah, I'm excited about that.
Okay. So let's take it back to your inspiration let's take it back to the author side of you. Let's take it back to the inspiration of writing your first book. When you wrote your first book, like what was your inspiration? What pushed you and was like, Passion, put this on paper?
Well, I had already been collecting my poetry. I just never really put it into book form. I would say like I had 5 good poems that I had on memory now, and I keep on doing them same poems. My mama said you
Okay.
need to write something else. Uh, but when I would go to the venues, people be like, "Do you have any, any books, any of your products, any work?" And I'm like, "No." So for my 30th birthday, I just decided, go ahead, let's do it. So I saved up my money. I already had everything pretty much put together. I had a publishing company that did the editing and all of that. And hey, bam, my 30th birthday. Oh, I was crying like a baby, but I was so happy. It was tears of joy.
Oh
Like,
my gosh. I could just imagine like something that you've never stepped into and for it to come to life. You know
yes.
what I mean? Oh man, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your diagnosis. Let's talk about the diagnosis. And I know this is something hard for you because I've been on that journey with you,
Yeah.
through you, being diagnosed with something and going through it. You've been in the hospital numerous of times,
Yeah.
surgeries and things like that. Let's talk about the time you got diagnosed and with that.
Well, my condition is hydradenitis suppurativa, and a lot of people call it HS. And it started out in my underarms. I would get these bulls, and they would like just be oozing, like infected and stuff. And I would feel so ashamed. Like, but when I first got it, I thought one of my friends had used my deodorant. I'm like, girl, you done gave me something up for the balls. But no, they said it's genetic. So
Mm.
I didn't know that. And then like
And what is
back
it called again?
it's hydradenitis suppurativa, but they call it HS.
Ages. Okay.
Now back in the day when I had it, not a lot of doctors knew about it, so it wasn't really like it's no cure for it, but they have different things that you can keep the symptoms low. You know,
Okay.
it's a lot of inflammation, and back in the day when people be like, "I got a boil or a riser," who
Mm-hmm.
knows? That could have been HS. You never know.
Hmm.
So now it's just crazy. I see commercials and stuff about it, and I'm like, wow, like it has progressed so much. I mean, not that progressing is good, but I'm talking about like the treatment for it.
Okay. Okay.
It's a lot of people like the doctors. They know more about it now than they did when I first had it. It started when I was 18. I'm now 35. Like just
Okay.
imagine, I had just between December 2023 and February 2024, I had 7 surgeries.
Mm.
That's not even accounting the times that I had it in the past.
Mm.
They cut out my sweat glands. They had to take out my muscles in my thighs to rebuild my labia.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
You're a strong sister. You know I always tell you that.
God is my strength. That's
Oh
the
my
only way I
goodness.
could get through it.
Girl, he is. Man, that is something. Like I said, I've seen you go through this time and time again, and you are so strong. Like, where do you find the strength to get you through?
I'm telling you, God and my mama, man, like I remember this one time. This is when they took out my sweat glands, and I
Mm-hmm.
had the wound vacs under both of my arms.
Mm.
And the home health people, they had to come to the house to change them, and like it was just so painful. Like they were ripping the skin off of me, and I was just like screaming. Mama was like, "You're a warrior! You're a warrior!" Like she like my cheerleader, my
Oh
best friend. Like without my mama, I
man,
don't think I would have made it this far.
girl. And I know your mama.
Hmm.
Girl, that is a strong woman.
Yes, she is.
You come from a long line of strong women. You
Yes,
hear me?
yes.
Baby, and the ancestors is with you and everything when you go through all of that.
Yes. Even my
Girl.
grandmama came up there to the hospital. She
Hmm.
up there with her cane, honey, but she was moving around better than I was.
Yeah, yeah. She was over there for her grandbaby. Excuse me, I got something in my eye. But yeah, she's definitely there for you. Your mom, she's a wonderful person. I've seen it time and time again. Like I say, God makes no mistakes. How He placed people and what He does. Sometimes we're like, oh my God, why did this have to happen to me? Or whatever. But we know that it's definitely for a reason. So you got your diagnosis. What are you doing with that?
Well, I wanted to write a book about it, but I just felt like I didn't have enough information and enough story. So I combined that with my life story, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how I came up with Danielle Unfolded the Exclusive, which is my second full book.
Right.
It's a continuation of Danielle Unfolded. That was my first book,
Okay.
and so with Danielle Unfolded the Exclusive, you not only get the poetry with the added poems, you get my life story and other things amongst that, and then you also get the beautiful pictures of me.
Mm.
Put the poet with the model, and
Mm.
see the journey going forward. And it's just inspiration to other people that if I got through it, you can get through it too.
And that is something coming from someone has been through it. You know how
Yeah,
people try to tell you stuff, oh, you can get through it, you can get through it, but you're like, have you been through it?
right.
So I think that it's so important for someone that is going through something to hear it from someone who's been down that road.
Most
That is
definitely.
so important. So I see that, you don't have a special man in your life. Any special people in your life right
No, I'm the special one,
now?
okay? No, but seriously, like in this generation, slim pickings. Gotta choose wisely, very wisely.
Girl. I'm telling you, I'm glad you so smart. I always tell you that you're definitely smart. You're not the kind of woman that's like, hey, I gotta be with somebody. I gotta be with somebody.
Now, don't get it wrong. When I was younger, I was that chick. Like, I had to be up under somebody. Like, and I think it's a trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was looking for love in all the wrong places, and I equated sex with love, and we all know that ain't it.
Nah,
Even if it
girl,
wasn't good, it was just like I just needed to be up under somebody.
just
And
need
now I'm taking the time to love me fully and wholly. Now, if I had a little friend, I wouldn't mind that, but then I feel like it be under false pretenses. Like they feel like, oh, I'm gonna get in, say I'm a friend, and then want more. Like I don't want that.
yeah, yeah. You don't got time for them games,
And I'm a dominant female. I want a dominant man.
girl. I know that's right.
Hey,
And you know what you want.
yeah,
You got to put it out there. You
yeah,
can't just be saying, "Oh, I want to be with somebody." No, baby.
yeah.
You got to set the whole intention. I want a dominant man, or I want a more man that is an introvert, or however you see yourself being with your king. You got to put it out there.
No, I don't want no introvert because in
No,
my
I'm just
business,
saying any kind of way though.
that no, but seriously, because in my business, like I'm around a lot of people, and so my man, he gotta be comfortable with that. And my ex, he wasn't really. He was like an introvert, like he don't like to be around other people like that. So
Let's talk
I'm
about
like,
that.
that's
I'm glad you brought that up.
not.
Now, I want to touch bases with you on that because I know that during the time you're going through these health conditions, you were in a relationship.
Hmm.
And the biggest thing about that relationship was that he was somewhere else.
Hmm.
Okay. So with him being somewhere else, did that make you feel like were you happy with that?
In the beginning, I
That's what I want to
was.
ask you.
It
Was you
was
happy
like
with it?
in the beginning, I was. It was like the honeymoon stages because that was like my first love, so I was comfortable, and I think that's what made it easy because I was comfortable. I was familiar with this person, and with my health issues and stuff, like he would give me the encouragement that I needed, and I didn't really have to deal with it because he wasn't physically there, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on, it was kind of like the same thing that turned me off, because it wasn't like
Mm.
growth; it was still stagnant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm here dealing with all this and the bills and stuff. What you doing? You
Yeah.
know.
What you doing? What you
So
doing?
I began to like resent him,
You
and it
begin to
wasn't his
resent
fault,
it. No,
but
no, it wasn't. It wasn't because it takes two
yeah.
to make a decision to try to have a relationship or anything like that. So that definitely, yeah. Because I always wanted to ask you that. But then again, I know you're such a strong person, and you got that. I felt like you probably was glad because a lot of women be like, "Damn, I wish you go somewhere." You know what I'm saying? I love you, but go
Sometimes,
somewhere.
yeah.
You know. So, but as long as you were happy in that moment. But I know you're single now.
Hmm.
So I know you're single now. That's why I tease you about, do you have anybody in mind or anything? Because I mean, you're a good woman. So I know that if a man was to be around you and feel that energy, honey, the energy is attractive. So when you feel that energy, you want to get to know somebody a little bit better.
Well, I will say this. It's like I put up a guard. I do. I do. And I know it's not fair, but it's kind of like a test. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't make it easy because I feel like when you make it easy, it's just like they come in, they get what they want, and then they leave.
Mm.
Like, baby, you got to work for this. So
Girl,
great.
when I tell you, you need to speak to a whole group of women because a lot of women are not understanding their worth. And a lot of women will say that they do, but really, do you? You
Right.
know, when you're accepting anything, and it's okay to be alone, it's okay to be by yourself. I'm a married woman, but I know it's still okay if I wasn't. It's
Hmm.
not a bad thing or anything. You're just waiting for your person, you know. And I'm just so grateful that I have my person. I'm very grateful. So, now let's talk about the. So you have a chapstick. You didn't bring the chapstick. She didn't bring the chapstick, y'all.
No, I
She
didn't bring
had.
the
She
lip
does have a
balm
brand of chapstick, and her brand is Passion of Lioness. She has a sanitizer and a
and
chapstick.
sanitizer
So,
and the lip balm.
oh, and a lip balm. So I really like it. And you gave me a lip balm at. Remember when I had that pink awareness thing,
Hmm.
and you came and
Pretty in
you
pink.
right, and so you gave the stuff away
Hmm.
for gifts. So I still have mine, and I'm trying to think about where it is because I'm gonna need it because it's gonna be wintertime. It's gonna be wintertime, so I really, really, really need it. So what do you see yourself 5 years from now? Because you're still
uh,
young.
yes, very young. I'll be 40 in 5 years. So
Hey.
I want to be established. Hopefully, I'll have a established husband by then. Kids, I'm still. I don't know if I want to bring kids into this world. Mm. But I definitely want to do a book tour. Um, I want to focus on my travel business with the retreats. Focus on wellness. That's what I love. Just focusing on the mental and the healing. That's what I'm all about. So traveling. That's what I love. I love traveling. Just seeing different places in the world. Like,
What was your inspiration to go ahead and get that business started?
baby, first of all, money. Cause who don't want some money? Okay, got to get
Okay.
coins.
Girl.
But you talking about the travel business or
Yes, yes, because
okay?
I want you to tell them a little bit about the travel business because that's something new for you.
Yes,
But I know you love to travel, so
definitely. So that was one of my main things. I love to travel to see the world, and I'm always booking stuff anyway. So why not get paid for it?
man, that's
Yeah.
it right there.
And a lot of people don't know that. Like when you book Expedia and what is that, Booking.com, like somebody else is getting paid that commission when you could have been getting that.
Yeah. And why not go ahead and pour into black businesses,
Right.
black businesses. So, with that being said, can you tell them how, let's say if someone wants to book you for a seminar or women empowerment event, how do they reach you? How to reach you?
They can book me on Passion the Lioness on Facebook. I'm still working on my website right now, or you can email me at passionthelioness@hotmail.com and I'll get back to you.
Okay, okay, okay. So what about the travel business?
That's also when you go to my Passion the Lioness page, it'll be up under that.
So they'll be up under there.
The link.
Okay. Okay. So pretty much people can reach out to you for honeymoons. They can reach out for you for girls vacay or
Right.
just romantic trips and things like that, right?
Right.
So when they reach out to you, so what do they do? What is the first step? Like they call you and say, "Hey, I want to book a romantic trip." They just give you a whole description of
Hmm.
everything they want, and
Yes.
then you get back with them, or
Yes.
and that's when you give them their quote, or
Right.
okay.
I gotta know where you want to go, where you coming from, of course. Do you want any excursions? You know, all of that, all the different information. Is it a special occasion so I can make it, worth your time and get your money's worth?
Oh man,
Yeah.
girl, get your money's worth. That's just
Yes.
magical anyway.
Yeah.
Especially today, because a lot of stuff I feel like, are we getting our money's worth? I'm buying the same thing but paying more money that I paid for years ago was cheaper. Am I getting my money's
Right.
worth?
Right.
So
And actually enjoy the experience.
yeah, enjoy the experience. There you go. There you go. Well, I'm so glad you had time to stop by and see your sister.
Of
I know
course.
you be super busy though, but I'm glad you came. I am super glad you came. I told babe, I was like, look, I talked to Passion. She said she can slide through. So I am so excited about my viewers meeting you and reaching out to you. And I hope to have you on
Of
again.
course.
Yes. So I'll be reaching out to you. And you guys, she said you can look for her on Facebook, Passion the Lioness. And once you go there on her bio, she has information where you can just go to her different businesses, check out some of the modeling, check out some of those movies that she's in, and the people that she is definitely working with. And it's an all black thing. It really is. It's an all
Mhm.
black thing. So glad you guys can stop by, and I'll see you bombshells later. Love you. Bye.